best player?
A lot. I mean, I feel like if I could limit the other team's best player to under their numbers, then we have a way better chance to win the game than anything else.
I feel that going on both ends, you were also obviously great offensively. Did that, help you out? You were also excelling defensively.
I try not to take what I'm doing on offense and bring it to my defense, like especially if I'm having a bad game, let that affect my defense. But I mean, I feel like just the confidence that my teammates gave me helped me offensively, and obviously defensively guarding Carter.
Cam, kind of a crazy game. How do you guys kind of, settle down and kind of pull out the win?
Yeah, I think it was just one of those Big East battles that we had to gut out, but obviously not our best performance. So I don't think any of us are really happy with the win. I think we're happy that we pulled it out, but we have a lot of work to do before Saturday.
You guys, any of you guys, do you hear the crowd when Alex comes out of the locker room, or did you see him come out, or just by the crowd cheers? And what how cool was it to see him come back and play the way he did?
I mean, yeah, we definitely heard the crowd, but I mean, it was great to just see him back on the court working with us, and his production didn't drop off at all. So,
Tristen, can you talk about the performance of a freshman, especially when your big guy goes out and Alex gets injured, and what he did to put you guys where you were?
Are we talking about him?
Yeah, I'm talking about him.
Yeah, Steph did. He did good. We tell him to be more aggressive, stay in the paint, especially if they're guarding him like that. And, we put him on the best defender because, he's athletic and he moves well and he times, dribbles and stuff like that. So, without Steph, we wouldn't win this game. And, yeah, he did real good today.
Steph, as a competitor, with the way that you've been guarded the last couple games, what is your mindset when you see that they're guarding you like that? Is it like I gotta take over now, or how do you feel about that? And then you came out of the second half and hit 2 big threes. So, just what was going through your mind in that aspect today?
I really don't try and hunt shots. Really, I really just try and play through the offense. I see how they're guarding me, and I just try not to settle and don't allow that to stop me from getting paint and playing my game. So,
when there's a game that's maybe choppy, doesn't have a lot of flow, or you guys don't feel like you're playing the best, where do you guys go to be able to maybe fend off frustration and figure out a way to get it done? Tristen.
Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, when it's choppy, there's fouls, it's extended, maybe you guys aren't playing as well as you want. Where do you guys go to internally to be able to pull it out?
We just go in the huddle, we talk. Coach, he does a real good job of, keeping us together, keeping us focused on the main goal. They made some, scouting, they made some shots that, we were living with, and they told us don't get rattled by the shots and, just keep your hands up and try not to foul. But, Coach does a good job, and we talk amongst ourselves, the fouls and whatnot. We shot 36, so we just kept trying to attack. So we knew it was one of those games where it was being called, so just attack and, just do whatever you can do to get the win. So don't get frustrated on whatever's going on, but just stay locked in and just win the game.
Tristen, just a month and change left in the regular season, a lot of weapons out of that backcourt. Can you speak to the growth of the group, not just with having to work with a freshman and a new graduate transfer, but all of y'all sort of picking your spots in terms of how you each of that together?
Yeah, I mean, we play, how many games we play?
21.
Played 21 games, so we practice every day together, so we know what each other is doing. Steph's not a regular freshman. He, like you say, he doesn't hunt his shots. He just plays within the offense, and Coach does a great job of scheming the offense around what he thinks is the best. Cam is the best shooter in the country, so we're trying to get him his shots, and everybody can produce, but the ball goes where it's supposed to go. Nobody really hunts their shots. The ball's just gonna go where it's supposed to go, and when a person gets the ball, they're gonna do something good with it. So we gotta credit the offense and the scheme for how we're playing on offense.
Steph, can you talk about how much you've learned from Tristen this year, especially your first go-around in Big East play?
A lot. I mean, he's done this a couple times. It's my first year, so so I mean, being here. I mean, when I first got here, he gave me a lot of tips on just offensively not settling, playing my own game, and really just staying confident. So.
Cam, can you just talk about how big the threes were that Steph hit? I mean, you guys were struggling to find some offense, and those seemed to really lift everybody up.
Yeah. I forget what the score was at the time, but it was right around even, and we couldn't really break away in the first half. It comes out in the early second half and kind of helped us get that 6 or 7 point lead, which we were able to kind of keep for the rest of the second half. But really, that was our breakaway point. So great job to Steph. He was great on both sides of the ball tonight.
Cam, a lot of balance to be had between being intense internally and dealing with the intensity of whatever environment that you're in. If you could speak to just trying to find that balance no matter what the scoreboard is, especially when the crowd is going wild or foul calls that you don't like, how all of you are still able to stay on the same page.
Yeah, I think it's an emotional game, when the crowd's involved, but, as players, you can't really get lost in it. You just have to focus on the game plan and the execution on, offense and defense and the schemes that we're running. So, the crowd was great tonight. I thought it was a big advantage for us, but yeah, you just got to stay locked in on the execution out there.
Student athletes.
Steph, the coach was talking about how, in a man's game, you really stood out, took that next step. Do you feel like you almost graduated from your freshman year in a game like this and took that next step? Obviously, talented you are, but it's almost like a breakout game for you.
I mean, all the games that we played in the Big East so far, they've been pretty physical, and we have pretty physical practices every day. So just kind of building from that and just getting used to it is really just helping me and just kind of slowing the game down a little bit for me. So, yeah.
And one more thing for Cam before you guys go. Coach has talked about how you guys can win the beauty contest, the fun up and down games. You could win in the mud. He called us in the mud tonight. What's it say about this team to be able to just kind of change spots like when you need to get the performance you need to win games?
Yeah, I think it shows that we can adapt to the game. I think if we don't have our best stuff offensively or defensively, I don't think it impacted our mindset, in I guess the toughness battle or the street fight battle as we would call it. So, I think there are a lot of ways we need to be better, but it always a win is a win. So I'm just glad we pulled it out tonight.